It is a post-free agency frenzy edition of Game Time, but we do have a trade with Steve Smith. I'm Jared Greenberg. We will get to the Spurs putting more shooting bigs around Wemby, as well as WNBA All-Star teams being selected. Plus, we'll hear from the new Knicks head coach, but we begin with summer fashion.
Okay.
Nice shirt, by the way.
I like that.
From summer fashion to summer hoops. As you saw right here on NBA TV, it is Salt Lake City Summer League action. Ace Bailey out for the Jazz. Hope to see him back in Vegas. That is A.J. Mitchell for the Thunder.
Ooh.
Then Walter Clayton to Jaden Springer.
Beautiful job by Clayton Jr. getting to the paint 2 feet, and this kid Topic, he can play.
Coming off the ACL injury, Topic, bucket, and the foul. OKC up by 3. Springer to Clayton.
Okay.
He's a champ.
Shoot it, young fella. He has a great feel for the game. Poise, controls pace, and look at here.
Second-year big Kyle Filipowski from downtown, tying the game at 35.
I like that stretch big.
Utah was up by 3 at the break. This is Clayton. You know he can do that, Smitty.
Yeah, he can definitely shoot it.
Filipowski.
And he can dime it.
Give it back to him.
Oh, okay. Big little.
I don't know if Clayton was ready for that.
He's ready for that jumper, though.
Clayton there with the clock winding down, puts him up 73-55. Remember, the Jazz nearly blew a double-digit lead on Monday. Would they do it again? Uh-oh, coming in close. But they do have a closer on this team now. A wily veteran as a rookie.
Damn.
Sounds oxymoronic, doesn't it? But it makes sense when you watch this guy's game. Walter Clayton Jr. plays like a senior. He had 20. And the Jazz pick up the win. After the game, here's Clayton with Lauren Green.
How are you feeling out there on the court?
I'm definitely feeling more comfortable. You know, that's just coming with the games and the experiences.
Yeah, you have a bit of a type of poise you have when you're out there on the court. Where does that come from?
Just the years of playing, you know, not trying to force anything, you know, letting the game come to me. You know, it's a different league I'm in now, so I'm steady learning every day.
And now what do you like playing with your new teammates and the style of play that the Jazz have?
For sure, man. We're young. You know, I feel like we unselfish, you know, and we just play fast. So it's a good group of guys, and we're going to be able to get stuff done.
What are you looking forward to in Vegas?
Not the heat, I'll tell you that, but it's pretty hot out here right now. But now I'm just looking forward to getting back out there with the guys.
Look forward to see him and Ace Bailey on the court in Vegas. So we've gotten the opportunity to see him and Bailey do different things out there. On Monday night, it was Ace Bailey with the offensive show. What about Clayton? He's obviously going to be the sidebar conversation here, but he got the opportunity on Tuesday night to steal the show.
You know, Jared, I like him. He's a winner. Got a chance to win the national championship. I love that he was a former football player. He's tough. He plays on 2 feet. He controls the game, and it feels like you said in that highlight, he's been here before.
Yeah.
Not afraid of the moment. As you can see, 15 points in the second half. Can pass it, can shoot it, can finish it well. Very, very crafty, I think, the Utah Jazz. They found something in Walter Clayton Jr.
You think he can get some significant run with the Jazz, who are saying that they want to win this year?
You know, I think he can. I mean, he knows how to play, and a lot of us players love playing with guys that pass the basketball. So if he started passing it, getting guys open, you know, you'll see him getting a chance to play. He plays winning basketball. But what I love, I mean, he's really good coming off pick and rolls, being able to read the defense, create his own shot, and he doesn't get sped up as a rookie, as you can see. And he looks like he's been here, even in the interviews and in the games. He is a polished young fella as a rookie.
Remember, the Jazz are a team that are transitioning. Yeah, they're trying to win now, but they've gotten rid of Colin Sexton. Jordan Clarkson went to the Knicks, so we'll see what happens. Thunder, meanwhile, coming off the championship. And we saw in that highlight a guy who actually got run in the first quarter of an NBA Finals game, and yet here he is playing in Summer League basketball. A.J. Mitchell, former 38th pick by the Thunder in the draft a couple of years ago.
You know, I like him. He's one of those guys that you can put out. He can score. They're just so talented. But watch him handle the basketball. A combo guard, gets downhill, lefty, understands how to play. And like you said, played in some games and some big-time moments for OKC throughout the season and in the playoffs. Didn't get a lot of run, but you can see right here, has no ego. He's coming out playing basketball, can shoot the basketball extremely well from distance. And I love when he catches it, he makes quick decisions, gets off of it, gets the handoff, and then he drives this one, makes a good pass to former Spartan. He left us on the transfer, but Mady Sissoko finished that one. It's all right. I still love young fella, but I love the way A.J. Mitchell is playing in this summer league. He needs that extra time, and I also like that they put the ball in his hand.
People have said for the last couple of years, Sam Presti can't possibly use all of these draft picks that he has. Well, it seems like he's got a backup plan to a backup plan, right? We saw it with Cason Wallace last year as the kind of backup for Lou Dort and coming in different scenarios. Now this year, looking forward, A.J. Mitchell, Nikola Topic, a guy who we didn't even see last year due to an ACL injury. These guys could play a role in trying to defend a championship.
Yeah, they can. And Topic for sure, because look at his size and the way he can control pace. So just watching him warm up when he was doing the finals. Great handle. You look at him, crafty, being able to finish, and a beautiful passer. He understands the games. He plays a game where he's confident, still needs to work on that shot, but I like the way he's coming off the ACL. With his size, I can see him playing a lot of minutes for OKC. Kind of a poor man's Josh Giddey right now.
Wow. Quite the compliment.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So we'll get back to Summer League hoops in a moment, but some other news of the day. The Knicks have their 15th head coach, just of the 21st century. Mike Brown officially introduced to the New York media on Tuesday.
I'm honored and excited to be the new head coach of the New York Knicks. You talk about a historic franchise, Madison Square Garden. It's iconic. Our fans, they're the most knowledgeable and passionate, probably in all of sports. There's a lot of work to be done. We have an outstanding roster. What they did in the playoffs shows their potential.
He can certainly win a press conference. There's no question. He's won a bunch of games, too. Two-time Coach of the Year, Mike Brown. The Knicks are the fifth different franchise he has coached. I just want to remind you how we got to this point. Tom Thibodeau leads the Knicks to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And then he gets fired. Leon Rose, the president of the team, who doesn't speak to the media, issued a statement saying in part that we are now singularly focused on winning championships for our fans, which is what led us in this pursuit to fire Tom Thibodeau, paraphrasing, of course. So the question now is, can Mike Brown do more than win a press conference? Can he do better than Tom Thibodeau did?
Well, he has a whole bunch of experience. I played for Mike Brown. He was the assistant coach in San Antonio. We won a championship. So he's been around phenomenal organizations, got a chance to coach with Steve Kerr, took over, and had a lot of head coaching duties when Steve was out. I mean, he's played inside out with Tim Duncan and David Robinson defensively. Then he's played with pace and space, with Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors. And then with Sacramento, he even wanted to play faster than the Warriors played. So looking forward to the Knicks didn't really play that fast.
No.
Jared. So looking forward to see if he would adapt to their style or he's going to have to push them, try to get them to push the pace a little bit more. But Mike Brown has seen it all. The one thing about him, he can relate to players. And I think defensively is where he's going to put his imprint on the New York Knicks, who is a very good defensive team. But also offensively will give them a little bit more freedom. And Mike Brown would go more than 6 deep, I would say, as far as playing team. You have to play your bench. And I think that hurt Thibodeau going down the stretch.
We got some weapons.
That's why he's probably got to let go.
Yeah, got some weapons with Clarkson and Yabusele now. Back to Summer League action, this time from the California Classic out in San Francisco. It is Golden State and Miami. Taron Armstrong for the Warriors knocking down the three. Here's a guy I want you to watch for Miami that could play some rotation minutes. Pelle Larsson. 44th pick of the 2024 draft for the Heat.
Everybody liked him. I mean, he's physical. I like the way he's driving the basketball, using his strength. He's put together. He's been in that weight room. I'm looking forward to seeing if he can crack some minutes for the Miami Heat.
Keyshawn Johnson.
That look easy.
Easy for you to say. Now it's Larsson to Marcus Williams from downtown. 73-57 Miami. Heat in transition here. Johnson knocking it down. So a pair of Arizona Wildcat teammates coming up combining for 30 points. Johnson and Larson as Miami wins this one going away. Back out to Salt Lake City now. Memphis and Philadelphia. Judah Mintz. This is Jalen Slauson.
Oh, nice pump fake. Ooh.
Cocking it back.
Heck, young fella.
Ace Baldwin
for three off the wing.
to Burton. We were tied at 46 at the break. Jalen and Edwards just got rewarded with a little contract. Shouldn't say little. Any contract's good in the NBA, right? Tied at 52. Mintz now driving, using the window as his friend.
Mintz knows how to play. I mean, that might have been a travel, but that's okay. Bully ball. Go get it back.
Gets his own rebound. That's how you get double-digit rebounds. Fleming to Burton. By the way, our producer, Rodney Triplett, wanted me to mention Fleming went to Florida.
He like all Gators.
Aaron Estrada to Burton. Then Mintz.
They are shooting it. Mintz, I mean, he can get his own one-on-one player. Good finish. Ooh, that's nice.
Not pictured in this highlight for the Sixers, VJ Edgecombe. He sat this one out, second straight game with a thumb contusion. However, according to a report from Tony Jones, The Athletic, the injury not considered serious. Grizz rested several of their guys who started for them in the first two games of the Summer League. Jamal Mashak did play. He was picked up in the second round of the draft by Memphis. He had 13, knocking down 3 triples. Let's talk about Judah Mintz. Here's Fitty.
What I love about him is, one of those guys that he knows how to get buckets. I mean, all 3 levels, doesn't need a high pick and roll, as you can see, being able to create his own shot. There's not a lot of guys right now that can just create their own shots off 2 or 3 dribbles. Now guys need 7, 8, 9 dribbles. He's one of those guys, once he catches it, and as you can see, he's telling Broom, come set this screen, and he's going to make a decision when he comes off this handoff. Turns the corner, and he's there into his move. That's 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, and he's up. He just has that type of feel where, he keeps you off balance, always has his eyes up. It's going to be interesting to see his future with the Utah Jazz or in the NBA somewhere.
DMV guy who went to Syracuse. We've heard about those type of guys before in the past, huh? When we return on this edition of Game Time, from street clothes to uniform, when will we see Caitlin Clark back in action?